All right, one of the first thing I want to say for this movie is, does this movie count as a Christmas movie?
Oh yeah, I forgot that Christmas scene was in there.
Yes, so
Well, the problem is only a one scene. It's not a full Christmas. No,
there's
the
not,
whole the movie
yeah,
doesn't take place over Christmas or nothing. Because I mean, Batman 2, the whole deal was during the Christmas
during
season. The
Christmas
whole
season,
movie
yeah.
was Christmas, and all the other movies that they claim are Christmas, all of them during the Christmas
Yeah,
season. I mean, even Ghostbusters was
Ghostbusters
Christmas,
2.
Ghostbusters 2,
Yeah,
and New Year's Day. This
yes.
one, it just happened to pass during the movie.
Yeah, because like a certain amount of time and it
It's
just so
supposed
happened
because
to
I'm
show
sure
the
because I'm
Christmas.
sure that they had a Valentine's Day during this movie and a Thanksgiving during this movie, so you
Yeah,
can't
because
really call it.
he was on that trash planet for a long time,
Yeah, he was on the
right?
trash planet at
Yeah,
least maybe a year because it took him a year to move around for because they went and did their missions and they're hitting all the planets. It takes space travel still takes a long
yeah,
time.
yeah. Yeah.
So,
So this is my first time watching this movie,
oh yeah,
and
really? What'd you think?
so I could tell that if I watched it when it came out back in 90s
98.
1998, I would probably loved it a lot more back then because the way they told the story and the knowledge we have at that time, I guess with
Yeah.
this stuff, and then I was trying to make the connection to Blade Runner and the
Yeah.
movie we're talking about,
Well,
Soldier,
okay.
and I even read the notes on Wikipedia. They asked the not the author, right? The screenwriter who
The
wrote
screenwriter,
the both
people's
movies, and he's like, no, it's not really connected. It's not connected at all. And I was thinking, like, when they say connection, are they talking about like Jason Scott Lee, right? Kane, 67, is that his name?
yeah.
Yeah, 607. Is these are they supposed to be the androids? They're not.
All right, here's the thing
Okay,
though.
yeah,
I mean, it depends on you how you watch the movie.
okay.
Some people say because you're saying he says it's not connected. At one time they said it's connected. The
Hmm.
screenwriter wrote this at the same time Blade Runner was being filmed,
Okay.
but the movie was
Oh,
called The
yes.
Base. I mean, the movie's been called Base. It's gone through a lot of actors, a lot of people. I mean, even Eastwood wanted to direct this at one
Oh,
time.
really?
This is a long time ago, and I mean, that was even before he became a big name at directing. But the movie's been around a deal. The only thing it really shares
Yeah.
is the same screenwriter.
Okay.
And as closer, there's a spinner, the cars that the Blade Runners
Oh,
drive.
that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They showed some of the
Yeah.
stuff.
And of
Yeah.
course, the Anderson, the guy that did this, he did Event Horizon
Yes.
went out.
Paul
Now there's a
Anderson.
whole bunch of these people anyway. But he says, "Oh yeah, the worlds are connected. If Todd was to go to Earth, he would have met Blade Runner, and they could be. It's up to you. I think it's up to the person to watch the film, whether this is Blade Runner universe or not. It could
Oh.
easily be the only connection I see is the big ships that drop the trash.
Yeah, there's
You see
actually
them
the
in
track.
Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
You see those where they're dropping those trash, but doing it on Earth. And of course, they use the names. Everything that Roy Batty's character fought, the little wars he fought in, Todd fought in. But
Oh.
we got to think though. They show all the list though. They also use the wars that Todd fought in. He also fought in all the wars that's in Star Trek 2 that Khan said because Khan is actually from this year time period too in the Star Trek universe.
Oh.
Khan leaves Earth in 1998 or around that period.
So, did you like this movie when you first saw it?
I love this movie.
Oh, I
I'm
think
a
this.
fan of this movie. I watched this. I went through the theater and saw this movie. So
Oh, okay.
I'm one of the five people who actually saw this movie at the theater.
Yeah, because it didn't do so well. I didn't know that
It
it
did
did.
not do well at all.
This movie did really bad for
But
Kurt
I was
Russell
watching the trailer. I
film.
mean, normally though, you see if you're gonna have spaceships, soldiers, war, I'm there.
Oh, I like this movie.
Especially back then. I mean, I went to Abilene and
Cause
saw it theater. I was pretty much the only person in theater sitting there watching it. But again, most movies I watch, usually I always went to the middle of the day to watch movies, so
you
I
know,
usually didn't have to compete with anybody
watching
for
this
chairs.
movie, it makes me think that Kurt Russell could play a Terminator, just like
I
Arnold
think
with the
I think
expression.
Kurt Russell could have. Kurt Russell, we've seen him in so many characters. He could have played any character he wants.
Yeah,
He
that's
could
true
play the
too.
Terminator. He could have been Terminator. He could have been John Connor.
He could be Batman.
He could be Reese, Batman. I mean, he's been a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah,
He's been
he's
he's
really
been
good.
Pliskin. I mean,
Snake
he's
Plissken.
hell. He was Star Lord's dad, dude.
Ego.
He played a planet.
No,
He was a planet.
I did like this movie. I can't believe that it did so bad though.
The only thing is I forgot one of the characters in this movie, one of the actors in this movie.
Who?
Uh, Mace, the father that takes Todd around and helps him out.
Oh yes, yes.
Sean,
Sean
was it
Peavy,
Pertwee? Yeah,
Pertwee, yeah.
yeah. He's in Gotham.
He's the play
He's
Gordon, right?
yes. No, he's not Gordon.
No, no, no. I he's in Gotham. You know, what?
He
I'll
is in
find it right
Gotham.
now.
Come on, you know what he is. Alfred
Ah,
plays
yes,
Alfred.
Pennyworth.
He's my favorite Alfred.
Yeah, he's in Gotham. Yep,
Yeah,
Pennyworth.
he's my favorite. He is my favorite Alfred. Plus, his dad was Doctor Who.
Oh, really?
One of the Doctor Who's. I should say he's Doctor Who. He was one of the Doctor Who's. So yeah, this guy, I knew this guy the whole time, and I didn't. He doesn't look the same, Well, because he's older.
Yeah, he's
Because I saw
older.
this at theater, and I never realized that was him
Yeah,
in
he's
this movie.
well, he's a lot younger in this one.
Plus,
You
he
know.
was also in Event Horizon.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, you know what? So Paul Anderson uses W.S. Anderson.
yeah, Paul Anderson. Plus, this movie also for the main bad guy who always plays a bad guy. So Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs. He's a bad guy to everything. He's always a bad. Even in Star Trek, he's a bad guy.
I
I
think I
mean,
saw him in the
I seen
Jackie
him fight.
Chan
He
movie.
was in a movie where he fought Jason Bourne. He didn't really fight Jason Bourne, but he's kind of a butt to Jason Bourne, but not in Jason Bourne movie. He's always a bad guy.
He was in Event
And this,
Horizon too.
yes, he was in Horizon. So there's two guys from
He was
Horizon.
in
But here's
Armageddon, but he had a short part though.
yeah. But the thing is, who was it? Well, you also had the wife. Who was the wife? The
He was in
Connie
Resident
Nelson.
Evil. He played William Burke. Oh, he played the
Oh, he's
scientist.
in a
Okay.
lot of stuff. He's in almost everything.
Yeah, he was in the
Jason Isaacs.
tuxedo, but he wasn't a bad
Yeah.
guy. I remember that.
But what is that? Connie Nelson, the wife.
Yeah.
She's in a lot of movies, but she's Wonder Woman's mom.
Oh, she is.
Yeah. So yeah, and plus you got the Thing, the actor who played the Thing.
Oh, it is Wonder Woman's mom. Yeah. Yeah, Michael Chiklis.
Guess what? He's also in Gotham too.
Is he really?
Yes, he played Commissioner Barnes.
No, really.
Yes, he plays
Michael
Commissioner,
Chiklis
which
is
he's
in.
actually
Oh,
he's in a lot of stuff. He did a good job as Commissioner Barnes in Gotham.
I like that actor, Michael
Well, he
Chiklis.
plays a really because he can play really good. Because in this movie, he kind of played like not a very tough guy,
Yeah, he just played one of the
but in other television shows,
those people.
he can play a tough guy, like
No.
a
Yeah,
little
he can. Yeah, because he was in the Shield.
Yeah, he was in the Shield. Yeah, and he was also in Gotham. I think he was in Gotham because of the Shield.
I like Gary Busey, but he wasn't in this movie much. It's just mostly in the
No,
beginning and then the
and
end.
he plays like the guy that kind of has a conscience, and then he gets rid of his conscience, and then he decides he's got a conscience again, and then he gets shot.
He's the kind of like my daddy always says, like,
Yeah, I know. You know, he says that twice, but you can tell it already
yeah,
got all these nerves. He's like, what does that even mean? And of course, Isaacs is like, what is it? Both times he's like, what does that even mean?
I know. I think it's the not American part. Like, if it's something ain't broke, don't fix it. That's simple enough. But
Yeah.
at the end, I was like, that one's a
But
okay. I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
but yeah, I've liked this movie since I saw it at the theater because I saw it at the theater and I got some of my I knew somebody else, some other people, and I got them to rent it and buy it. And I know like and they bought it. I was like, hey, you need
Oh
to see
yeah,
this movie. And they're like, oh yeah, this is good. I bought it. And they bought it like I went ahead and just
yeah.
bought it. It was
So
good.
I do like this though. Something that actually bothered me is what do I want to say? What did bother? What does? Oh, so the trailer makes it like the soldier, right? But then there's a lot of drag out scenes. It's kind of boring. And I thought the end, well, the end is awesome because it's Kurt Russell fighting all of them. And I thought it was going to be like the civilians people. I thought would be they're a little bit more tougher in my opinion. If they should have been or it could have been, but then
Yeah.
it works this way because right when he did that, it reminded me of Solid Snake. It's just a one man army. Kurt Russell is the one man army.
Yeah. Well, these people never fought anything. And I mean, they couldn't because I mean, these soldiers were,
So are
come
these
on.
soldiers human? The
These
upgrade
soldiers,
ones.
okay, I guess it's up to debate. Well,
Okay.
Todd and all his soldiers, they're human.
They're human, yeah. They're
They're
raised a
genetically,
certain
they're
way.
kind of genetically, and they're not, but they weren't like chemically,
Yeah.
genetically fun. These guys were born and born. They probably had their
They
parents
bred
were,
it this way, yeah.
yeah, they probably got a parent that was this smart and mixed them. And then they went through the babies to see, because they could have used tests to say, well, this baby might have this problem in the future. This baby, so we want the ones that's not going to have any problems. And then we're going to sit there and we're just going to brainwash him. And then Jason Scott Lee, which he's pretty cool. He was
Yeah.
Bruce Lee.
Yep.
He's been a lot of things. He's been a lot of
Yeah, it's
stuff,
been a
dude.
lot of things. Yeah.
He was a Mogi.
Oh, I
Mo
know.
yeah, so he's been in a lot of stuff in it, but he's like in this one,
Oh, he's buff, man.
yeah, he is
I
huge
don't
because
think
I didn't
Kurt
even
Russell could beat
because
him at all.
yeah, when I watched this, I was thinking because I knew that was supposed to be Bruce Lee, but when I watched this, I was like, maybe I got it mixed up with somebody else because this
Yeah.
dude is crazy
He's
looking.
he's the yeah, because he's that Chinese person. Like he's the Chinese descent that lives in Hawaii, so he's Hawaiian and Chinese, right? And I think that's why like the way that they look. And when I went to Hawaii, people thought I was a native because of that. Like, I'm a dark skinned Chinese guy. I'm kind of big, so they thought I was just a Hawaiian
Yeah,
native. And I could see like, oh, I can see
yeah.
why people associate me because our facial features
Did
kind
you
of look
did you
the same.
tell did you ever tell everybody my name is Chu Lee?
My name is Lee
My name is
Chewy.
Chu Lee.
So,
But anyway,
so it say it's up to your interpretation, right? So I'm thinking
yeah,
like,
because some people are claiming, oh, these are replicants. Some people are claiming they're
oh,
replicants.
see,
That's
I
only
could
because,
see that.
but see, I don't see them
I mean,
as
like, I could see
replicants.
why they could think that, but I didn't think they're replicants
Because
either.
even when he says when they're made, he says that they're made by using DNA and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Replicants are actually made,
Like androids, yeah, android
manufactured.
based, yep.
Yeah, but by the story timeline, this says these would have been made around the time that the replicants we see in 2049
Is that why you're
are.
wearing that shirt?
I am.
Tyrell.
Yeah, just because it's a connection. It's just a
Yeah.
connection.
So I didn't think
But
they were. I mean, I
I
didn't
don't
think they
think
were
I think they're all
robots either.
human.
Yeah, I think they're all human. It just the
Now I'm
DNA is
okay,
better
and
by
I'm
that
okay with them
research.
saying oh, this is the same universe to a point. Because apparently you can do whatever. Because if you leave this planet, you can do whatever you want pretty much in space. You can make all kinds of armies, do all kinds of dark stuff. And there's
Yeah.
going to be wars where there's because see the people on this planet, they weren't even coming to this planet. They crash landed on the planet.
Yeah. So what? Is that where those people come from?
They're colonists, but they
Okay.
weren't supposed to land on that planet. The planet crashed, so that's where all those people
Oh.
came. That was the colonists that survived, and they've
Okay,
been there a
that's
long
what I
time.
thought.
And then of course they've had kids. I don't even think they've been a generation though. Because the
Oh,
kids
okay.
were the generation that grew up there or even born
Yeah,
before
that
they landed on
first
planet.
generation. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, yeah, all the characters we see are the
So,
first generation.
so the kids you would consider them first generation, right?
Well, that'd be the first generation for that planet.
For
Yeah.
that planet. So, because I was reading about stuff like
But they talk because I couldn't tell if they already had the kids when they crashed or the kids were born on that planet.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't tell. So my confusion was, like, check this out. So, I'm an immigrant, right? So I came
Yeah.
here and my kids.
They even had the immigrant song in this movie.
Yeah.
Just
So
first.
so my kids the first generation.
Your kids are first generation.
Yeah, first not my kids. Like my grandkids is not first generation, right? It
Your
doesn't count that way.
kids, your
Yeah,
boys are
my
your
boys are
first
first
generation.
generation. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Huh.
guess. Yeah, they'll be the first generation, even though your wife's been in America.
Yeah, she's born
So,
here.
but I guess you'd have to count them as your first generation still, even though they're not really, for their mom's side, they're not a first generation. They've just been here.
Yeah, they
So,
just
I
been
mean,
here.
because depending on what let's put it this way, where nobody could use, they'd be the first generation Texans of your family.
Oh, that's right. They are the first generation Texans
Because
because
see,
they're
nobody
all
has that
born
claim.
here.
Yeah, because nobody has that claim to fame.
They are the first generation Texans. Yes.
So you
Oh,
could have that for sure. Because I mean, technically, half of them's already been in America forever.
yes.
Well, for a while.
Yeah, actually all of them.
But I mean, for your family, I would say that they were the first generation. For the Chew side of
For the
your
True
family,
Size
yeah,
first generation,
they
yeah.
would be the first generation.
Also Texans.
Yeah, they'd be the first generation in Texas.
Texas, man. I gotta make them watch Young Sheldon, which Ethan is already doing. Because me,
Well,
myself, you're a
well,
Texas
let me put it
man.
this way: if you make them watch Texas Walker, Texas Ranger, make sure they watch the one with Chuck Norris and not the modern.
They have a modern one?
Yeah, they got a new one. I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
seen it. It may be good. I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
just want
I
to
have
hate
no
on it.
idea. So the other thing, there's snakes everywhere on this planet.
Oh yeah, that's something else.
I did like Todd
And they
trying
use
to
real
teach.
snake. They use real
They
poisonous
use real
snakes.
snakes, right? Like what the heck?
But they didn't. But like they said, they didn't let any of the actors handle them really because
Yeah,
it's like
because
we
it's
have a
dangerous.
problem. Well, they let some of the actors. They're like, well, you don't get paid that much. It's okay.
I
The
thought
Snake Plissken, he's not going to handle the snakes because
I There was only one scene where Kurt Russell talked the most. I think he spoke at least 20
He
words
only
in
says,
one
I
time.
think he only said 100. They say, I think he only said
104.
103. Is it 103 or
104.
104 words this whole movie, which is fine because I mean, what's he
Because he
gonna say?
didn't
Because
need to,
in the
yeah.
first of the movie, but remember in the first of the movie when they were kids, remember what it tells you? You're only taught soldiers only speak when they're spoken to.
Yes.
Plus,
Yeah.
I love that scene. You remember when it shows that kid when the because one of his younger sons
Yeah,
paged him.
Wyatt.
Yeah,
U.S.
I
agent.
thought
U.S.
because I was looking
agent
at
is
him.
in this movie.
Is that him? That was U.S. Agent.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was U.S. Agent.
Wyatt Russell played the new Captain America in
Oh, I
Falcon and
didn't
the
know
Winter
that was the
Soldier.
same. I knew that was. I didn't know that was his
That's his
son.
son. Yeah, that's his son.
Wow, that's awesome.
So he's gonna. So Wyatt Russell is a U.S. agent in the I guess the
Okay,
Thunderbolts.
yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
anyways, in this one, remember, because I was thinking, how did they make Kurt Russell look so young? Because it looked just like
It
him.
looks just like his son
But that's
looks
pretty.
just yeah.
Isn't that messed up? Now that one kid running, because I'll remember that the rest of my life. That one kid running by himself. Those
Oh, and then they
Humvees
just
pull up.
boom.
Yep, you knew they were gonna
I thought they were just
shoot
gonna
him.
take him away. So that was the first time I was like,
No.
"Whoa!" They just shot him, right? The other thing that surprised me, I wrote like when they came back at night to attack them, right? And then the leader of the clan, the lady, then they shot her with a rocket launcher. I didn't
Oh yeah,
expect that. I
overkill.
was like,
Yeah, they shoot all those people with rocket
this,
launchers, and then of
this,
course Kurt Russell character, he just starts
I
shooting
was
everybody
like,
with rocket launchers too.
I was like, did they just shoot that woman point blank right to her, and then she just
Yeah,
flew back and flew? I was like,
blew up, and you see her flying through the scenes.
I did. That took me by surprise, man. That like shooting that little kid is that on the same level. I didn't anticipate anything like that at all.
Yeah, but the mess up thing is Kurt Russell's and his team are all these soldiers. They fought and fought and fought, and plus, as they're growing up, they all lived together.
Yes.
If one got killed, if one fell behind, that was it. He's
Yep.
done. They cut
He's
him from the
gone.
team. He's dead. But so that I mean, they had nothing to do but fight. They
Yeah.
didn't know nothing but fighting. They were just so in a way they're better as good as robots. Just they wouldn't have they didn't have the strength of you know replicants.
Yeah. I think that's good. Like to call them replicants.
Yeah,
Jason
because the
Isaac's
other
team.
yeah they weren't really replicants either though because they said their deal and they just didn't seem to have that mentality. I mean they you could claim that they're replicants maybe in the story. But the problem is they didn't ever get any military training because he didn't even want to use them. He's too afraid that they were going to get damaged.
Yeah.
Because so the thing is, he makes a military mission where they go to all these empty planets and to patrol them and take them over. That's it. And then finally they do come across somebody. They're like, oh,
they
okay,
actually have
I'll just
training.
let him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, to get them military experience, I'll just let them kill civilians.
The other thing, that's pretty messed. Yeah, that is pretty messed up. That just killing the civilian part. But then, like the other thing, they're not replicants because they can't be killed. Like the first time they had that 3-on-1 against Jason Scott Lee,
Yeah,
they did bust up his eye pretty good, right?
yeah.
Like
They do. But you could do that to a replicant too.
but they don't bleed, did they?
Replicants have fake blood in them.
Oh, okay. I keep thinking about the
They're,
androids from Aliens.
they're not
That's what I
really,
was
yeah,
thinking.
they're not really robot. The replicants look like they have blood and stuff in them. They're not, they're artificial parts in them, but the parts are made to look like human parts because you could change out replicant parts for humans.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, it's to help keep humans alive. I mean, replicants are basically just slave.
So
You make
why do you
them
think
and you can
that
do
movie
whatever
did
you
so
want with them.
bad?
It's I don't know. I really don't know why it did so bad. 'Cause
Let's
people,
see.
I don't remember what was all going on in 1998. It
Let's
was a
see.
long time
I
ago.
don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. Well, let me see when this was
Well,
released.
Rotten Tomatoes wasn't even invented when that movie came out. So
No,
who
it
cares?
wasn't. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Release date. Movie release date. Let me
But
see.
I
Check
mean,
out.
I went to the theater and saw it like a good little boy, so I don't know what the hell everybody else's problem
All right,
was.
Pleasantville came out. There's something about Mary.
Oh,
I saw that.
I didn't see any of those at the
What is
theater. I did
Holy
see those
Man?
on.
But you saw
I don't know.
Pleasantville, right? I
I
remember
did
you.
see on videotape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't go to the theater and see Pleasantville. Why would I do that?
Oh, it didn't come on the same day though. Let me see. Movies that.
Maybe people, maybe people just a lot of people probably weren't interested in futuristic movies, or they didn't have enough to talk. And I probably maybe people saw it and go, "Oh, he didn't even talk in this movie," and then people are like, oh, "I don't want to go see that."
Dang it. How do I
By
find
looking
out?
at the trailer, I mean you didn't go see it at the theater,
No, I know about this movie. I never saw this though.
so that maybe that's why you're busy maybe.
1998 is already out of high school. Too bad it didn't say like on the Wikipedia page of what movie it went against. Because sometimes it will
No.
say that, like, oh,
Yeah, I
it
don't
went
remember
against like
anything.
something like Mission Impossible. Then forget it.
Who knows? I mean, there's so many good movies that people don't go to the theater for, anyways.
That is
And there's a
true.
lot of movies. There's a lot of movies people rave and tell you how great they are, and then finally you get around to seeing it because they keep telling you, "You got to see this. You got to see this." And you sit there and you're like, "People went and watched this. Why did people go watch this?"
I don't know. I can't believe I
Because
missed
it's
out on this
because
though.
it's a lot of movies that win Academy Awards. There's some that it makes you puzzle me. Like, okay, I guess I was
Well,
in the acting business. I love this movie, but I'm not in the acting business. I'm in the business of I have a real life and a job, and I'd like to sit down and watch a movie and
and
be
you know what? It's a
entertained.
pretty good cast too.
Well, it's got an awesome cast. I mean, the cast. I mean, I can't say that there was just tons of people, but it had a lot of well-known
You
people
just
in it,
have now well-known people. I mean, I don't know how
even at
well.
that time. Yeah, even at that time.
Yeah, even at that time, I don't know what
So,
happened to it. I did like the No, the last battle, final
but
battle
you
scene
got to
was
think.
really good.
But you got to think though. This movie went on, and a lot of people know this. People still watch this movie, rent it, own it. I mean, it did the same thing that Blade Runner did. Nobody went and watched Blade Runner when it came out.
Did Blade Runner do bad in the
Oh,
theater?
Blade Runner did do bad in the theater. Even the second one didn't do very good.
The second one is purely made for people like you and me that like
Yeah,
the first one. Oh, let me look at
yeah.
Blade Runner, see how big the budget was.
And Blade Runner didn't do too good.
There was a video game on Blade Runner.
Oh, there's a couple of video games that Blade Runner.
Oh, you know what? It did too bad. The budget for Blade Runner was 30 million. Its
Yeah,
box office is 41.8, so 42 million.
so
I
it
mean,
did a little
it
bit
didn't do
better.
double, but they still consider it bad.
Yeah, this one did bad. It didn't make its money back.
Oh, it didn't even make close to it.
I'm sure it's made its money back by now, maybe. And
Maybe
maybe
almost break
not.
even.
Maybe not. Well,
Cause like if you think about it, who's gonna buy the Blu-ray except for people like you and me?
yeah, I mean,
The people who are gonna buy this copy is the people who saw it.
well,
Like, oh,
that's
this
a
is a good
shame
movie.
because
Hey,
this is actually a movie to
I
see.
bought it because I bought it on digital. That's how I
Yeah,
watched it.
yeah, yeah. Well, I watched. I bought it on digital too. I own it. I got a Blu-ray. No, I don't have a Blu-ray. I have it on DVD. I bought it when it came out on DVD,
Oh,
and then
okay.
of course, I bought it on digital
Ah,
so
yeah,
I
it
could
came
see
on
it.
DVD back in March 2nd, 1999.
The funny thing is, the copy I watched, and I could be wrong, I don't remember. It seemed like the original one I saw when they were fighting the battles, it told the battle's name under it, and it may not have.
Oh,
This
really?
movie, the movie I saw didn't, so maybe it didn't, but I could have swore it did because it's supposed to tell you the battle was like somewhere in Russia or something.
Huh. Oh, the six cities.
But yeah, basically the farmer he lands and they try to teach him to be a farmer, and then he tries to before they banish him, he tries to teach them to be fighters.
Yes. Oh, I
They
did like
just
one scene during the last battle. The woman and the kids were running away, right? And then one of those replicant soldiers came. They were all lined up just for Kurt Russell to point the thing at the enemy. I
oh,
thought I was like,
you
that
think
is
about
just for the movies.
when they're in that room.
Yeah, they went into that room and then
Yeah, and
the camera
they
tilt,
think, okay, we get easy targets, and
and
then
then
they're
he
like,
just
oh wait,
standing there with a rocket launcher. It was a rocket launcher, right?
yeah, it was a rocket
Yeah.
launcher. He killed a bunch of people with rocket launchers. He's thinking, "Huh, you're gonna use a rocket launcher on us? I'm just gonna kill
You
all
know, it's
y'all with
really
one."
funny. I was actually counting down when he said like probably 17 people.
Yeah, he kills a lot more than 17 people.
Yeah, because I counted down. I was like, dude, there was already
Yeah,
10, so there's
yeah,
only
that's what I
seven
counted.
left.
I was like, "There's yeah," because everyone who's in the water when he kills the two guys in the water, so that's four.
Yeah,
I
that's
just kept
four.
counting. I was like, "Okay, that's several guys on that other
And
truck."
then they blew up that bomb that blew up. There was at least five, so that was already
But he
nine.
made an estimate on
Oh,
though
he
about
does
troops
estimate
too. Yeah,
17 people.
because
Yeah.
he's thinking about the fire teams that he would have had.
Oh, that's right.
And of course, all these
17.
guys are supposed to be better
Time
fighters
ago,
than
sir.
him. Yeah, these all these supposed to be such good fighters, and they weren't that good.
I love when lines are used twice, but said differently. Your men are obsolete. Your men are obsolete. That was awesome. Because they did that in the Batman Begins too. You're like, oh, you didn't get the memo, and then Morgan Freeman said, like, oh, didn't you get the memo? That's awesome. Unlike these lines, I always love it when they go back to it later. Cause like when Jason Isaacs, even though I never saw it, I know it's like your man are absolutely like, oh, this is where Kurt Russell was gonna say it. I knew it. There's also a
Yeah,
part
first,
that I was laughing
remember he
so
wets his
hard.
pants too.
Oh, the AP's pants, yeah. There's a part I was laughing so hard when Jason Scott Lee's like, crate 2 to crate 1, go to 9 o'clock, okay, affirmative. And then you can tell, like, oh, by the second time you can tell this Kurt Russell's voice, right? But he's just like, okay, hey, you're still on my 12. You're supposed to go
Yeah,
to 9 o'clock,
yeah. I know.
affirmative. Like, hey, you're going to crash to me.
Yes, I like it when he tells him you're gonna hit me. He goes affirmative.
Yeah, affirmative. That
It's
was,
like basically like, yes, I'm going to hit
that
you.
was so funny. He's just going to drive straight to him. Uh,
I like those big old tank trucks too.
oh, I did don't like those big old
You know,
tanks.
I used to have something. It was similar to that, a GI Joe vehicle. It
It
was
reminded me of like a bigger version of that marine vehicle from Aliens. You know, the Aliens
oh,
was real
okay,
close
yeah,
to
it
the
was
ground. It's
similar to that.
really big, yeah.
Yeah, this one had big old giant tires.
That's what it remind me like those box things. It remind me of the Cybertruck because it's just it's built for dynamic
Yeah,
reasons.
this
It's
one was more round. Yeah, this one
yeah,
was a dynamic. I wouldn't
yeah,
say this was aerodynamic. This one,
yeah,
yeah, because this one had different shapes to it.
yeah. It just have a big old wheels and then.
Yeah, big old
So
round
Jason
body.
Scott Lee pumped himself with that Logan thing from the movie. It just makes him
Oh,
heal faster. I want to say, and
no, it's
like
probably
some kind of
morphine and so
oh,
forth.
it's like I thought it was like
It's
some kind
probably
of
healing
adrenaline
stuff.
song.
Oh, it may be. And it may be drilling. It may be a little bit of everything because he took a whole bunch of pills and everything.
Yeah,
But
and
he was
then
the med kit. It was the medical kit he took.
how he killed him was great. He made him think over that, then he just cut him with the helicopter play. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I thought they were just gonna fight it out, but when they
Yeah,
did
because
that, it was
yeah, I
awesome.
remember even this time because I saw it. I mean, I've seen it. I don't know how many times. I forgot. It still forgot he slashes him with the helicopter blade,
Yep, it's
tricked
the
him.
helicopter bait. It
But I do
just
like it. I do like it when who was that when they tell him, "Oh, you should have made all your people smarter than
yeah, instead of
faster."
faster. Gary Pierce. That's right before he died. I didn't think he was gonna
Yeah.
die. I thought Gary Pierce was
Oh
gonna
yeah, that
get
was a
to
big
kick
surprise
his
too, wasn't
yeah.
it?
I thought
Because
he
he
was gonna
just
kick his
couldn't.
ass, man. Like, cause like Jason Isaac is so good at being a dick in this movie,
Oh
right? They're
yeah,
just
well,
like
in every movie that he is, he's usually that
he's
character.
very good, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of a. I mean, I've seen him. I think I've seen him as a hero, but most TV shows and movies he
Just that
plays.
Jackie Chan movie I seen him in as a hero. When he
Yeah,
played the 007 kind of guy.
maybe. I kind of. I don't know. I'd have to look at the deal. I kind of think he played somebody else, a good character, and some other stuff.
Yeah.
But most of the standout movies that you think of, because he was in the Green Zone, he was a bad guy, kind of a bad.
Oh, I haven't seen the hold on, the Green Zone.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
had
Jason. That's the one with Matt Damon.
yeah, Matt Damon, Jason
Yes.
Ward.
Yes, Jason. He's some kind. Is he British? Oh,
Yeah,
he's an English actor. Yeah. Oh.
well, he's also in Star Trek too.
Yeah, he was in Star Trek, right?
Yeah,
Jason Isaac. The total guy shopping Dragonheart. That's what Sean Connery. That's the animation. Is it animation?
is that with the dragon?
Yeah, that's. I think Sean Connery. Yeah, it's the voice of. Yeah, Dragon. That's
The
an old
dragon.
movie, man. I remember that.
That was
Okay.
I never saw it.
Soldier. The Patriot. Why do I know? Is this the one? Yep, with Mel Gibson.
Yeah, he would play the English guy for
Of
sure.
course it is. Oh, he wasn't. Oh, I still to this day haven't seen Black Hawk Down.
Oh, you haven't? Black
No.
Hawk Down is pretty good, man.
A lot of
That's
people Black Hawk Down is
that
very
Black
good.
Hawk Down is one of the ones you should see.
And of course he
I
was in
forgot
Harry
I keep
Potter.
forgetting he's in that. He played a good guy in that one.
Oh, Harry Potter?
No, Black Hawk
Oh,
Down.
Black Hawk Down. Oh, okay. Lion,
Well, he had to.
He was in
Push really
Grindhouse? Huh, he's uncredited.
Huh. There's a lot of stuff.
Oh, Green Zone. I want to watch that. Oh, he was voice of Ra's al Ghul in Batman Under the Red Hood.
Yeah, everybody's got some DC stuff here.
Yeah, and he was Sinestro. Also voice.
In the
Just because-
cartoons, he
Yeah, in
was
the
a
cartoon,
Sinestro
yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah, of course not. The Infiltrator. Why do I know that name? Oh, that's with Bryan Cranston.
Okay, well, I'm sitting here just watching you read a computer screen. So.
Well, I'm trying to see all the because you said he played a good guy, but you said Black Hawk Down was it. I'm trying to see
Yeah,
his credits to see what else I have seen him in. Huh. Okay. I see. No, all over. So the soldiers did their race, right? I guess Kurt Russell and his crew, they
Yeah.
all of them did remind me of Equilibrium.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Why? Go ahead.
because they have no emotion because they show that
Oh,
in war,
okay.
right? They even kill the innocent bystanders.
Yeah.
That was very
Yeah.
important to show because they're carrying on to, which is nothing wrong from where they come from because they're trained like that.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
take no prisoners, right? That's the attitude in this movie from
Well,
these
yeah. Well,
soldiers.
that's where they were trained, was to take no prisoners.
And what's really weird is like they only showed that generation. I thought like, where's the new crew of this next, like the next generation of these soldiers? Like these guys are in their almost the late 30s, 40s. So where's
Yeah.
the next generation of these? Like I would think that they would. This is their ongoing program.
It must not have been though. It must have been they were like a special force.
Oh, just for that
And they
generation.
probably they yeah, they probably had a whole army and they concentrated out soldiers, but their little military group probably was an experiment. And they thought, well,
Oh,
yeah, this one's too hard to go on. And then of
thank you
course,
for explaining that to me.
and then
I needed that.
eventually they decided, well, we'll just make another force. We'll do it a whole different way.
Yeah, and that's where Jason Scott Lee's people
Yeah,
came
that's what
from.
Jason Scott's
With
new character.
no prior training and experience. Just like, hey,
Yeah.
we're here, we're new, that's it.
Yeah, but they created them. Yeah, they just showed up. But you got to think they were probably raising them, though. They probably raised them the same way they raised the other ones,
Yeah, this makes me think.
unless you're saying they're replicants. If you say they're
No,
replicants, then what you see now is what you're getting. That's the way they'll always
to
look.
me, they're not
But you,
replicants.
but you got to be careful with replicants because you got to think replicants in 2049. You build them, they live forever. They let like,
Yeah, they live forever.
but replicants from original Blade Runner, they only last 7 years.
Yes.
And then they die.
Then they
So
die, yeah.
you build the soldiers because that may be what these other guys are made for. Because you got to remember replicants are illegal on Earth,
Yes.
so you can't bring them to Earth. But Todd and all them, if they could be on Earth, they could be soldiers to stationed on Earth to fight.
Because they're
And plus they're
humans, yeah.
humans, and of course people want humans. People are going to root for humans. They're going to use replicants just to be destroyed. Because I mean, the replicants they'll fight until they either kill you, die, or 7 years expires, and then
And then that's it.
yeah.
It's
So
turned off.
and plus,
Or
yeah,
they
the
just
replicants.
die.
Nobody trusts replicants really, so you don't really want to use them as soldiers. I mean, usually if someone's going to use them soldiers, it's probably going to be used as mercenaries or enemy sides are going to use replicants
Yeah.
to fight other sides. I mean, Kurt Russell's character and all them, they may have been, but they're supposed to be like a better force, I guess.
I guess I would use replicant as like the police force. Anything that doesn't have put bias into the thinking,
Yeah,
of
but
like
you got to
what the
think
people.
replicants we already know have bias. They don't like humans.
That's true. So
Yeah, you
just
can't
back
use
to AI. So
replicants. Yeah,
back to
because you got
Chappie, please.
yeah, just that, and you'll be lucky if that works that way. Because you can't just say AI because AI, you got to use an algorithm that doesn't use bias
Yeah, that doesn't use
and
bias.
doesn't learn off from humans.
Hmm.
Because you got to think about all the AI systems that like chatbots and stuff that they made on the computer, and they learn from humans, and then they become
It
racist.
is so funny. So when you said that, right, I got a message from Facebook Messenger today. It's the Meta AI. So like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm here to help you. So I'm like, oh, it's another one of these that really annoys the crap out of me, right? So
Oh
I
yeah.
put like, hey, oh, is there anything I can help you find? So I put like, cheap hookers. So I'm like, oh, I don't know I don't know what you're saying. Like, I'm trying to look for a cheap hooker. Then it starts to tell me like, I cannot help you find some kind of sexual related thing. Then I'm like, then what are you good for? Like you're right. I try to say these things right that I know like the computer can't comprehend at this moment
Well,
because
that's the thing.
it doesn't
But
have enough data.
it may be in its programming not to
Yeah,
do that because you got
yeah,
to
it's
think
that too.
certain words and stuff. The computer was like, "Oh, sorry,
I cannot
I
do
can't
that.
help you with that. I can't help you with that because you're using this language that I'm programmed not to use."
Yeah, not to respond back with I
Yeah,
gotta be
respond back.
compliant to
Yeah,
my creator.
I gotta be blind to whatever the company that makes me want to be.
So you're saying AI is bound to the three laws?
No, it's bound to the one law,
Don't say dumb stuff.
corporate law.
don't
Yeah,
don't don't react to anything that can get us in liability.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, exactly. The law. Let me put it this way: the laws are probably for the robots are probably set by the lawyers that work for that company.
So do you think these soldiers would act the same way? Like the way that Kurt Russell's watching everything, right? he know that he suffered from PTSD,
Okay.
right? Do you agree that he
Well,
suffered
most
from
likely.
PTSD? Yeah,
Yeah, most likely.
because now he's in a
Well, I mean, he probably did
peaceful
suffer from it
environment.
before.
Yes.
Yeah, well, actually, now he has no purpose. None of his friends, none of those guys had a purpose. Because remember, they say, "Hey, sir," and stuff. And that lady's like, "You don't even have to salute me no more. You're not soldiers.
Yes.
You're not soldiers." They kept acting like they're soldiers. He's like,
Yeah.
"You're not soldiers." But the thing is, they're programmed and made to be soldiers. They have
Yeah.
no purpose. They were never trained any other
Yeah. They
skills.
were they're lost after she
Yeah, they're
told him
pretty
like
much
yeah.
lost. Yeah,
So
they're like,
why would they keep them around? It's strange, right? At that
well, they
ship.
yeah, they kept them around because they probably thought, well, these guys did such a good job for us. We want to keep them around. But the problem is they didn't have anything for them to do. These guys had like information. These guys could have trained. They should have been trainers for the next
For the
generation.
next generation, yeah.
From all these new soldiers, they could train those guys
But they
and
just
made them better.
taught to make take orders though, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, even Todd, he tried to tell that kid
To
how to
that
kill
kid, that's the
snakes.
only part that they trying to train you for survival.
Yeah, but he could have trained them all how to use weapons, guns, fight. He could have trained all those people.
Yeah, they
And
could
he
have.
probably does. And I bet you the next, because they said they was going to they would have made a sequel if this would have did good.
I wonder what it would have gone to. I was
I don't
wondering about
know.
that.
That would have been weird. Maybe they had to
Cause like,
take over the planet. But
cause like they did say like they want to go to a different planet, right? Kurt Russell just point, you know, and he's like, yes,
well,
sir.
they did tell you where they took the what was it the twin moons, triple moons, or
Yeah,
whatever it
yeah,
was, and it was probably an area where he fought a war too.
yeah. I was thinking it's probably one of the
But I
areas
think
where
it's
he fought
also
a
where the
war.
colonists were trying to go too.
Oh,
And then, of course, he picks up the kid and he's like, "Huh, I'm going to show you. This is where we're headed." He
yeah,
decides to. He finally becomes part of their world.
yes. He picks up
Yeah,
the kid.
all those soldiers eventually probably integrate and live and probably marry into and teach. They become a part of this community because the community doesn't know how to use them
Yeah,
because they has a set of skills they needed. They just didn't want. They didn't trust him.
yeah, cause it's
He
hard
could
to
have taught
say.
them how to. Yeah, he could have taught them how to use guns and everything, but they didn't want him to even touch a gun in front of them
Yeah,
because Mary picks up that
he
rifle. He's
picked up
looking
that
at
right
it.
and they gave it back to the person.
He's probably thinking, huh, they're not cleaning this rifle right or something, or what
Oh,
he could do to
interesting.
save these people with that rifle. There's no telling what he was thinking about that rifle because he's probably thinking, I need one of these. I can help these people. And they're like, no, Sergeant, give us the rifle. He's thinking, see, I have no purpose because they're teaching him to plant food. And he's like,
Oh yes.
I mean, I'm not saying he couldn't learn to do all that. It's just he had a different set of skills. And then, of course, him just sitting there, of course, he's going to have flashbacks and stuff.
So watching this movie, and I'm thinking like, man, uh, I can't believe that he wasn't with another action star than he was in the '80s with Sylvester Stallone. It
Yeah.
makes me want to go
Tango
watch
and
Tango
Cash.
and Cash.
Plus, they're supposed to have like a list. They should show the screen with a list of all the medals he's got. I
Yes.
think one of the awards was the Tango and Cash medal.
Oh
'Cause
really?
they pretty much put something for all the movies it was in.
Yeah.
And plus they put, of course, like I said, they put two for Star Trek, two,
Ah.
The Wrath of Khan
Yeah.
on there. And then I think that because he was in the Thing.
Yes. Oh, was he?
Yeah. The Thing? Yeah, he's in
Kurt
the Thing.
Russell?
Kurt Russell's in the Thing.
Oh, you know what? I never seen the thing, so
Yeah,
I
he's
gotta
like one
watch
of the
that.
main characters
Wow, so Kurt Russell was 73.
now.
Yeah. What? Well, Kurt Russell, he's not like an action actor. He could do everything.
Yeah, he's done a lot. I mean,
Oh, he was
did a
in
lot of TV.
Backdraft. That's good.
Yeah, they gave him an award for Backdraft. He was in Lost in Space, dude. The original series.
Oh yeah, I think you remember. You told me
But
that. Yeah.
he's been in Gunsmoke. He's been in everything. I
He was
mean,
in Poseidon. I think I only seen that
Poseidon,
once in the
Poseidon
theater.
Adventures.
Yeah, Poseidon. That's that ship. Oh, he was in 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
He's the Captain Ron.
Oh, Captain Ron. Why did I know that?
He's an Overboard. I think that'd be the first movie I ever saw him in.
Overboard. That was with Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably saw him in
They
TV.
remade that too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, me and
They
Heather
remake-
watched it a couple of
They
years ago.
remake
It's alright, you know.
everything. Yeah, they remake everything.
So it's
You
funny.
don't really
You
have
know
to
why they
make-
make everything? Because it's so before. And then what was I talking to my sister about? Like certain movies are money grabs. So I'm like, no,
Yeah.
all movies are money grabs because
Yeah.
that's the only reason why they produce anything. It's for money grab, and I love it when I see Kurt Russell in Fast and Furious, the franchise when they brought
Oh
him
yeah.
in. That was really
What
good.
was he? What was this character called?
Mr.
Mr.
Nobody.
Nobody. Okay, that's what I thought, Mr.
Yep. Yeah. And he was in Ego. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Huh. Interesting.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, me didn't have. It's by Tarantino with
Now I
Leo
want to
and
see it
Brad
though.
Pitt.
Now I want to see it because I want to say, hey, look at this.
Kurt Russell. I'm surprised that Kurt Russell wasn't in any of the Expendable movies. Well, I'm pretty sure. I'm 100% certain that Stallone reached out to him. He probably just didn't want to do
Probably
it.
was busy. He was probably busy.
Yeah, he
He
probably
probably
busy
would have
too.
wanted to do it because everybody else did it. They could always make another one, put him in it. Hey,
They did. They had the Expendables 4. It's one of those things that they did for Fantastic Four. They put the 4 in the letter A
I'll do
somewhere.
it.
Oh, it bothers me. They just think it's cool. Oh, it bothers me so much. Well, we'll see how his son does in the future. Kind of like Scott Kane and I can't remember
Yeah,
the original actor's name.
yeah,
Not original,
well,
the dad.
yeah, but they're to me they're just different actors, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Wyatt.
Because like I said, I didn't even know he was Kurt Russell's son. So
Yeah, because he looks so familiar, right? Like you gotta look this guy up. Like who the hell is Wyatt Russell? Oh, of course it is. It makes so much sense. Oh, God, the Galaxy Soldier. Can we consider Soldier a hidden gem? Because is
I
it?
did, I did.
Because people
I
heard
mean,
of this movie.
but you enjoyed it. Yeah, a lot of people heard of it. Nobody went and saw it though.
I
Nobody's ever
know.
sat down and just watched it and thought, "Oh, this is okay."
Like, how many people are Kurt Russell fans?
Well, apparently not as many as I thought.
Kurt Russell fans since stupid Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's that many Kurt Russell fans because he's never been like the biggest star. He's just been a star that everybody knows.
Yeah, and I can't believe they never had a movie with Kurt Russell and Patrick Swayze at once. Two dudes that have awesome looking mullets that can play brothers.
What kind of crap is that?
I don't know. You didn't. Sometimes I think Kurt Russell and
Uh,
Patrick Swayze look alike to me.
oh, really?
Like they could look like not alike, but like they look like they have the
I don't
same
think that
uncle or the same
they could be.
the
I think
they could be brothers or
I see
cousins.
that. I can see they could be kin to each other. They
Yeah.
could make a move. They could
Yep.
have made a movie where they're kin to each other. Yeah, I get that.
Yep. And they probably never did that because the building would be too big. It's kind of like you can't have Stallone and Schwarzenegger in the same movie back in the 80s. That's just not gonna happen.
They just because they didn't want to play nice. But you did remember you did get Tango and Cash.
Do you get Tango and Cash?
Everybody saw Tango and Cash.
I haven't.
Oh,
Have
okay.
not
Well,
seen
that
of
was a
all
big
the
deal. Well, I
Stallone
remember,
movies. Yeah. Oh, it's
and I
gotta be
can't
a
say
big
it
deal.
was. I can't say it was like a great movie or anything. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I went and saw it. I was like,
Oh,
huh.
I think it's just cool. But the
Yeah, it was
Stallone
cool.
and Kurt
Everybody went and
Russell.
saw it because everybody just wanted to see them together. They didn't
Yep.
care what about the movie.
Exactly. I want to see them together too.
Yeah, that's the only reason people saw it, and it was a big deal.
Yeah. I might have seen it, but it's probably been a long time though.
You may have.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I saw it. I hardly remember. I think Terry Hatcher was in it. Yeah.
Oh, she was?
I think
Oh.
it's been a while since I've seen
Yeah,
it.
it's been a long time for me too. I'm pretty sure if you watch it now, like the story's like, oh, this story's kind of dumb.
Yeah, well, like a
The
lot
plot
of
holes and
the
everything,
thing is, a lot of Stallone movies are kind of dumb when you see them.
except for Rocky.
I didn't say I wasn't talking about Rocky,
Oh,
but
okay.
I saw a lot of quite a few he made that's just like, okay, that's not as cool as it was when I remember watching it.
The Militia Man still holds up, I think.
Some of them are good, but the problem is like some of the villains are just silly, especially the '80s, like Cobra.
Cobra,
Cobra's good. I watch Cobra. I like Cobra, but the
the
but the
s-
villain,
the
the bad
supermarket
guy,
fight scene.
the bad, because all these people are just going crazy. All they don't even really make a story for it. It's like, oh, they're just all satanic all of a sudden. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened. You gotta go
Cobra.
save these people, and he's like, okay, I'll go in my car and I'll go save them.
Yo, Paulie. Yeah, Rocky is good. I
To a
just
point, to a point
yeah,
too. You know, some of the Rockies like what?
the third one sucks.
But it's like bad. It's like Superman. Remember, Superman was good. Starts off good. Then it's like
The second
really,
one was good. It's just the first two,
and then
and then it was just I don't know what
but I still like some of them. I still
yeah.
like Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor one didn't make any sense,
Oh,
but I love it because it's got Richard Pryor in it.
yeah,
It's
that one
like
didn't make any
it's
sense at
not.
all.
It
I'm like,
wasn't
what
a
the heck?
good
Yeah.
one. Was that what was
The
it?
The heist is
Even
stupid.
even worse one was the one with the Quest for Peace where they got that other guy. What?
Quasar. I
Yeah,
just want to call him Quasar.
I can't remember what he was. It just
Nuclear
wasn't
man.
that
I can't
good.
remember
Yeah, it
either.
just
Like
wasn't that
it's
good.
something
Like
stupid.
you just watch it going, okay.
Oh,
I don't want to see any more
he just
Supermans.
reminded me of Quasar. Just
I wanted to
doesn't he?
call him something else.
Like
You know,
the
yeah,
'80s one, not '90s or like 2000 Quasar. Like, cause he looks so different.
Quasar. Yeah, Quasar.
Quasar. It's like, who is this lame guy?
Yeah, I was
Then
like,
like
what?
he got created like out of nothing, and then he turns to a man.
Yeah.
I still
Oh
remember
well.
the scene where like, what?
Yeah, I remember that whole
He came
movie.
out of nothing.
It's like, oh my
He's
God.
like, he's the human version of the Big Bang in a way. They just
Well,
like,
it's like what? Remember the Supergirl came out around that time too. Kristen
yeah.
Slater. And I always thought that was good. I saw it. I kind of saw part of it, and I was
Oh
like,
yeah. I don't know
this
if I ever saw
sucks. I don't
Supergirl.
want to see this.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to watch it. I was like,
Yeah. Oh well. You know what? I think it's time to wrap it up for this episode. I mean, Soldier is good. It's one of the not the best movie, but enjoyable. I would watch this again.
I haven't
Definitely.
watched it again. I've watched it again.
Yeah,
What can I
you
say? I
watched it
went and
again
bought it and everything. It's still a
because
good
you
one.
liked it. You
I
know.
mean, I know it's not as good as the director wanted it to be, but what really ever is?
Yeah. I don't know if I could blame the studio for this one. I probably could. Who made this? Is this Sony?
No, this is Warner Brothers.
Oh, this is one. Oh, well, there you go.
There's nothing. There's like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. They could fit it in the Blade Runner universe and stuff.
They could. I
I
mean, like,
mean,
it doesn't hurt
basically,
anybody.
basically, if you like Blade Runner, this is not really Blade Runner, but you'd probably enjoy this story. It's a
Yeah,
simple
it's what
story.
you told me before too.
You've
Yep.
seen this story 100 times, especially even if you. I mean, it's basically a guy comes save a bunch of farmers.
That
The
is
story's been
true.
told 100 times. This is just on another planet with trash all over. I like the movie.
This is like a western.
It's supposed to be like kind of like
Yeah, it
a
is,
guy
right?
shows up in town and he saves all
Yeah,
this.
exactly. I love it.
So yeah, this is a good movie.
And a
I mean,
short movie is so easy to get through. It's quick too. It's not
yeah,
like it drags
yeah,
out. Like, oh, it's
yeah. If
over.
you're ever sitting on your couch and you're just like, oh, what am I gonna watch? And this is
Soldier
on,
is
just
on.
go ahead and watch. Yeah, just watch it because the other stuff you'll be there forever wishing you didn't
And
watch it.
this movie is obviously definitely rated R, right? But then it's something I could show my kids. Like right now.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
only thing is like they
I
shot
don't
the kid
know.
and then that woman like, oh, that's
Yeah, there's a lot
crazy.
of blood and guts, but and I mean they've had to edit this a whole bunch of time to cut out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they probably did. I
Because
mean,
they said I think the fight scene where they're on the chains was a little more gruesome too, and they had to cut a
oh,
lot of that out.
oh
You
yeah,
know,
the
where they,
chain fight. Yeah, that was pretty
yeah, the
cool.
chain fight was pretty rough. But hey,
You know, it's really funny
because
because the chain.
the chain fight was kind of like the three dogs. Because remember the three Dobermen
Oh,
go after that one hog?
yeah. You know, when he was climbing up the chain, right? I knew Jason Scott Lee was just gonna use all upper strength just to show you how strong they were, right?
Yeah,
No leg. I mean, like he probably did it himself because it probably looked easy to
yeah.
him, right? The only other person that I see that on film was Jackie Chan, where they
Oh
just
yeah,
use upper strength to climb up the chain. I was like, holy crap, man!
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but the thing is, by the time you get up there, your arms are tired now.
Yeah, yeah, up there, your arms are tired. Yep. It's just really cool from where you need to go and then to your
Yeah, it
destination.
looks cool, but
Yeah,
like I'm saying, because even because they're like, oh, so your guys are fast stuff. But remember, Todd, they're like, well, he was trained to move this speed.
yeah.
He's trained to do all this, so he doesn't get tired
It's not.
anymore.
Yeah, it just. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
It's supposed to keep your endurance. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
And the other guy, he's just like showing off, showboater, and he got his
Sure.
eye ripped out. Because remember, he got so mad when he
Oh
got his eye
yeah.
ripped out. Well, good are you now?
And then like they put a contact lens on him later for the different scenes.
Yeah, he had a messed up eye
Oh,
though.
I forgot to say before I go, right? Because you know, since I was watching Jason Scott Lee in this movie, hold on. I'm sorry, I had to cough. So I was watching to see like, hey, I wonder what else he's gonna do, right? And from that, I went on the Wikipedia search. You know, so they show you what
Yeah.
projects they're working on. They're gonna make a live action Lilo and Stitch because he was in the first one. You know, voicing a
Oh,
character.
oh, okay.
So I'm like, oh, okay, because one of my
Never
boys.
seen it, so.
It's pretty cool. I like Litos and Stitch because they remind me of stuff. Where like, you know what I like to do? Sometimes I like to create stuff so I can destroy them too. Because the Stitch He's an agent of chaos. They actually say agent of chaos in this movie. Like
Okay.
Stitch is not a good guy. He will destroy everything you give it to him. That's why they made him. It's kind of like Soldier. We're gonna breed this creature this way, and when we ask him to, destroy everything. And that's what Stitch is. And Ryan loves it because he's just like, hey, I'm gonna go and do whatever I want. And then they're gonna do a live action. I'm like, a lot of Disney live action is like, I saw.
It would have been
I
better as a cartoon.
I don't know. I
Was
think
better
it's
as
because
was better as a
it's the
cartoon.
nostalgia effect. Because I liked it already the way it was. You
Yeah.
can't come back with a new Total Recall. You can't come back with a new
Oh
RoboCop,
well.
right?
Like you
It's
said,
that kind of
cash
thing.
grab. Cash
Yep.
grab.
It's okay. Even The Lion King, I'm like, I didn't even finish watching The Lion King yet. And then they're going to make a Mufasa story of The Lion King. So like a
Really?
prequel. But I'm thinking it's because James Earl Jones already said okay, right? He probably sold his
Oh
likeliness
yeah.
of the voice to Disney, and this is what Disney's gonna do. Hey, you know what we should do right now? Let's do a test movie that people will think people's gonna go see. Lion King, Mufasa begins. Let's just do that. And I'm thinking that's what it is. It's like, oh, it's James Earl Jones. We already paid him, so we don't have to pay another actor who sounds like
Yeah.
James Earl Jones
Yep.
because we already got that. So we already saved part
There's
of that
some
money.
yeah, everybody's gonna see because it says Lion King on it.
And then
so.
we just gonna basically recycle all the stuff that they did on the Lion King, and then boom, whatever we make is profit. The budget could be 250 million quotes, right? But they basically spend like, well, we already spent a lot of money on the first Lion King. We just recycle probably a whole bunch of scenes from that one. So every dollar we make is 100% profit.
Yep. Yep. That sounds like Disney right there.
That's awesome.
We could buy more Star Wars. With this.
We could waste more money to do dumb stories that people may or may not watch. Star Wars television and Marvel television. And with that,
Yeah.
we're out. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.